Peter, Candy, are you guys all there? Audrey? Anything exciting happened this week? Is everybody there, guys? I don't see anybody's face except for Andrew.
Here.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Thank you. Oh, you look great today, Peter. Thank you. Who is that behind you?
Ooh, I do see. Is there a ghost?
I don't know. Is it a ghost?
So what?
What's behind you? Looks like a ghost.
Eat a rabbit.
Peter Rabbit. Who's behind you, Andrew?
A dog
You know
with
the-
a man.
You know the film Wallace and Gromit?
Oh, yeah. You like
Yeah.
him. I noticed you put him on your story as well.
Yeah.
Who's that behind you, Sudie?
Me?
Yeah.
A character.
Which character? Who's that behind you, Cherry?
It is Mexico.
It's what?
Mexico.
Oh. Hi, Tommy. We can finally see your face. Hi. It's nice to see you. Okay. So, guys, we have been talking about stories, right?
Yeah.
So, let's review some aspects about the story. Let's review from that PDF file. You guys all, I sent you a long time ago, or a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to share this, but first, let's see. Here we go. Let's do a review first today. And then we're going to play a game and review some words. And then we're going to look at your stories. And I'm not sure I explained well enough for you guys to understand what you needed to do for today.
It's okay.
A lot of, we can just have the same homework for next week.
Huh?
Because
Teacher,
most people,
same homework?
yeah.
So we just have
Well,
to copy our story again?
well, you had to make corrections and then you had to answer the questions.
Okay.
But maybe you didn't understand the questions very well. So we're going to go over that again today. Okay. So you can understand it better.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Now, okay. You can see me, right?
Yeah.
Let's look. We're going to look at I don't know if you guys still have it, but I gave you the explanation about writing a story. story? Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see my iPad? Can you see the story elements worksheet? Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes, I see it. Kid Connect.
Yes.
That's
Kids Connect.
okay. I see it.
Okay. So remember last week I asked you to talk about different kinds of action and what is the climax. So let's go over this. You guys should have this already. I'll send it again if you don't have it, but I sent it several weeks ago. Okay. So we're making stories, right, guys? And we have this class, next class, and one more class. So we want you to make a storybook. This is why I want you to make your story on the Google Slides or something that's like each page. Imagine you're flipping through a book, like your favorite book that you have. So like when Andrew made his, he used a little template that was nice. So each page was like a different one. So if you can find pictures to put with your story, it would be great. If you guys like to draw, drawing pictures would be a great way to show your creativity.
Jeez, finally my computer's back.
It's up to you, even if you just make it look nice. It's your choice about the pictures.
My picture will be a stickman.
I
I just
You-
can only draw a stickman.
understand because I'm also a terrible drawer. Okay, let's look at some things. Story elements facts. You introduce the story, and when you introduce the story, you want it to be interesting. Do you guys have this? Can you bring it up easily?
Yes.
Okay. So then you have your rising action. That's the first kind of action. I forget, was it Jenny's story that was at the kindergarten? I mean, at the park? Or Rose's story? I can't remember. But it was really good. Like, that's the part that goes up. You're building up the introduction. So you want to have something happen in the beginning that's going to make rising up to find a conflict. You need a problem. You have to have a problem in your part in your story. So your character needs to face some kind of challenge, has to make choices, maybe have some problems. This depends on how simple your story is. Imagine your story is like a car going up a hill. Vroom, vroom, vroom. You have to get it going. Then once you gain the momentum, you bring your audience deep into the story.
Oh.
Then you create anticipation. Do you guys know what anticipation means?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Andrew, can you you do a great job of this. Look up the word and put the meaning in the chat box.
Okay.
I think it's a difficult word. Anticipation.
Yeah. Let me just put it in.
It's like thrilling.
Yeah,
Kind of.
it's so anticipation is like you're waiting for something to happen.
Oh.
Feeling of excitement that something is going to happen.
Like expecting.
Yes, exactly. Anticipation is you're expecting something to happen. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you have the climax. It is the narrative's pinnacle.
Climax. Oh,
Pinnacle means top of the mountain.
climax mean thrilling. This time it will mean thrilling.
The top. That's what it means by pinnacle and conflict. Yeah.
It's like thrilling. Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's look at this example. Do you guys know the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, by C.S. Lewis, Aslan, the majestic lion, sacrifices himself to save Edmund from the White Witch's treachery. However, Aslan's sacrifice is not in vain, as he resurrects and leads the forces of good against the White Witch. So it's when he sacrifices himself that it's the climax. It's like the top point of tension. Maybe if you're watching a movie, you're like this, oh, what's going to happen? That's when it turns. And then you start to get a solution.
It's
Then you
like
get the resolution. The resolution is the solution.
like suspense.
It will finish the story. Yeah. Suspense is throughout. Suspense is the tension. The tension. But yes, suspense. The height of suspense is the climax.
Okay. I understand.
Okay. Then the resolution is when you solve it, and it's not as much suspense in the resolution because you're solving the problem. It's kind of the suspense starts to fall and you get your ending. And you see the very ending. This is the ending of the story. You have a sense of closure. So in the story, we talked about characters first. Your protagonist is the person who is your main character. Now, a lot of you have supporting characters. But Not every one of your stories has an antagonist. The antagonist is the bad person trying to cause problems for your protagonist. So we would like to create one if you don't have one. So I'm going to expand the questions about the characters I want you to answer. Who is the protagonist? Who is the antagonist? And who are your supporting characters? Look at this picture. You could choose the dog to be the main character, or you could choose the boy. Has everyone seen the movie Dog's Life?
No.
It's a movie about a dog, and the dog is talking in the movie, but not to the boy. We just are like watching the inside of the dog's mind.
Oh.
We can listen to the dog talk, but he's like
Yeah.
a narrator, and he's like the center of the story. And his owner is a boy, and then he becomes a man. But we only know about the character of the boy and the man as the secondary character, because everything is through the dog's perspective. Therefore, the dog is the main character.
Oh,
It's
a
called A
dog
Dog's Life.
there.
Oh,
So
Do you
funny.
know it? I
So
don't know if you have
some
access.
kind like that. Some kind of
Sorry?
movie that. I have watched some kind of movie like what is the name of the movie you just say?
Oh, yeah. I think sometimes in different countries they have different names. I'm checking though now. See, in that perspective, in that story, the dog is the protagonist, not the owner of the dog.
What do you mean?
Because the dog is the main, we're always watching the story from the dog's perspective, even though it tells the story of his owner as a boy and then a teenager and then an adult. We know about the dog. We hear the story from the dog's perspective. So, A Dog's Life. No. Oh, I think it's got a different name. I think that's Japanese name. I'm going to look it up for you. Make sure I can find this story. Yeah, I'm trying. I think I don't have the right. Yeah, there's a different movie that's called A Dog's Life. I'll have to look it up for you. I'll get that information to you later, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, the point is you have to have like one main character. Yeah. I think in Japan they have different names of movies. So I'll get that for you later. Okay, let's go back. We're not going to worry about this part. We want you to think about your motivation and your resolution. And this is important, guys. Some of you tried to put in dialogue, but you should put in more dialogue. I will help you correct, like putting quotes and things. This is a dialogue. You need to have quotes. I wrote this like you need more conversation. You need more. It makes it the action better.
Okay.
When the characters talk is dialogue. Okay. So then when we say point of view, that's what I mean by the dog. We had the story through the dog's point of view. Who is telling the story?
The dog?
So you don't want to, in the movie I was talking, yes. I need to get that title for you. I think that's a Japanese title. So, who tells the story? A lot of you are writing your stories from a narrator. So, this is more complex when you have a point of view. A lot of you are using a third person point of view in your story writing.
Mm. Yes.
Now, you do not include you in your story, okay? You don't want to say, I was making a story for this. The person should be out of you. You're not part of the story. If you use I in a story, it's not you, it's the character who its point of view. But anyway, let's continue. Most of you are, what you're doing is you have this third person point of view. When you have first person, you see the thoughts of a character. That's what I mean about the story about the dog. The dog, we could hear the dog talking. Yes, you obviously need at least one main character, Andrew. That's called the protagonist. Okay, let's move on. This is review. The setting. You can describe the setting. In the beginning of the story. That's the place. Where is it? You want to create a mood or a tone through your description. By the way you describe it, you create this. See, you want to provide a vivid backdrop. What do you see? Okay.
A typical village
Yes, it can be a typical village.
in country.
Oh, it's talking about this story. The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yes.
Do you know this story, guys? The Boy Who Cried
Yeah,
Wolf. So it's in a
it's in
village.
Parma.
So you want it to be traditional because it's looking at the traditional morality of dishonesty. So it has an effect to be like it's more effective to talk about this in the countryside. Okay, conflict is the problem, right? It's where you have the introduce the tension. Then you go to your climax, and then you have your resolution. We talked about theme, guys. I asked you, what's your theme?
I don't
That's your
remember.
main idea or message. We
Huh?
did a lot on theme. You did a worksheet. The theme is the main. I'll go back and look at this. For example, just looking at Tom's.
Purpose.
These were themes, right? Friendship, courage, justice, family,
Loss and
good
relate.
versus evil, perseverance. Yeah, these are themes. And then you guys wrote something about a theme. See, you guys made this, but maybe you changed it later when you made your story. So it's okay to keep changing your story. But I'm reviewing it so that we can understand what we're doing.
Oh my God, what?
Okay, so then we talk. So those are our main things: theme and setting, your characters, your plot. Your plot is your story. So you start with the rising climax, rising, then you have your climax, and then you have your resolution. Okay, that's all for the review. I'll send this again in case you guys don't have it. The explanation, I sent it already. Yeah, I'm sorry, rising action. Sorry, not rising climax. Your rising action to your climax, and then you have a kind of declining climax action. I'll send you the whole full PDF this time. We already did this, right? And it has the answer key on it. And you guys did this. And we didn't do this, but I'll send it to you. So think about these things when you make your story or when you revise your story. So we didn't do all this. That's why I didn't send you everything. I'll send you some things to write about your own story first. But it's sometimes easier just to start your story, I think. That's why we started this story already. So I just want you to think about it simple. And that's why I asked you to do the questions. Okay, let's take time now and let's play the game with this vocabulary. So
Teacher,
I gave
I
you the link on the, let me copy the link in the chat. Oh, Tom, you're getting kicked out of Zoom. I know, I get the problems too with the technology sometimes. Today I was having trouble at the beginning, but you're back. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, click on that link, guys. Let's look at it. If you can open it. If not, we'll look on mine. Hello again. Yeah, I have to look up the name of the movie. This is a different movie, Dog's Life.
Teacher, can we play a loss again?
Yes, we're gonna play the game now. But you can't, you guys can use this link and study on your own, but I need to set up the game. And I am afraid that my computer is not gonna allow me to do this. Let me see if I can do it from my iPad. I'm gonna leave the meeting on my computer, guys. Hmm. Anyway, look at those words from the link.
Miss Rebecca, can you say
Yeah.
again for me because my Wi-Fi is not good, so I
Okay.
will go again.
We might not be able to play the game today. I'm having trouble with my computer as well. Let's see if it works. We'll try it.
Maybe you should cancel sound tap so it will be.
Okay, we can all look at it now at least. So here we have these words. That we have this rising action and climax and the falling action and the resolution. I just went through that again. This is the plot. The rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. The setting is where's your story? The conflict is the problem. If you have a first person perspective, you may have the conflict inside the head of the character. But most of us are telling stories of a third person perspective with external conflict. The problem is outside of the character. And then you have your theme, remember? That's the lesson. That's the moral message. That's the main message of your story. All right, let's see if it works. My computer is being very slow today. See if we can get it going.
Wait, I thought you were using your iPad.
I'm using both.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
there's two of me. You see there's two of me?
I don't see your phone anywhere. Oh, I see. Two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Which one do you guys like? Do you like the word? Do you like the definition and you choose the word, or do you like the word and you choose the definition? Which one do you like? All right, well, we'll go with choosing the word. I got to give you the link to the game now. All right. That link before is so you can study the words. This one is the link to the game, okay?
Okay. Ah,
So who is this? Ooh, oh, lo,
it's me.
geez, go.
I have some
It's
crazy name.
funny name.
Chưa anh nói đến làm xong rồi
So
đó.
a lot of people aren't able to join right now. Are you guys okay? Should we start? There's only 6 people here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Wait,
let's go. Oh, it's 10 of you.
Mình sẽ có mấy người cho.
Oh, who is the tigers and the kangaroos? Yay! Who is the kangaroo? Tommy. Nice job, Tommy. Okay. You want to play again?
Yeah.
Does anyone need to be added? Okay, let's go again then. Oh, one more player waiting. Okay, go. A dog's purpose. Up, up. Tommy again. Too strong. Okay, let's do one more. And then
Yes.
we'll look at your stories and let me explain your homework again. Because most people didn't do last week, right? Here we go. Well, no one can seem to beat Tommy. Who is Sea Dragon?
It's Jenny.
Oh, nice job, Jenny. And who's the panda?
It's me,
Who is me? Is that Sudi?
Candy.
Oh, Candy. Nice job, Candy. Okay. We'll play that again next week.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I'll see if I can find another game related to story element words. So, guys, I corrected your stories. And here's a confusing thing. You if you can do the correction on the Google slide, it's the best. And then send me a message saying you're finished or send me a link to your Google slide again. Okay. Let's go back. Tom, I made you a new link that wasn't on this.
Oh,
So I'm gonna send that in the Xalo right now
Okay.
for Tom. So I made it so it's public. If you have a link, you can edit. So you guys don't have to actually have an account. But this one I shared with everyone already because I used the original. I made a copy of the original. So you already have access. So I don't have you guys' email and I don't need it. I made it so everyone you should be able to edit. If you cannot, you can request access. So here there's speaker notes. I am taking your story and here I'm copying it like this. Now, Tom, yes, you want to have some pictures.
Oh my God.
But it's not bad because, guys, we're making our story for the very last class, okay? I think it's better you start to make something than just planning.
what class are we on today?
On 7 or 8, we got to check it. I know we have 2 more weeks. We might have 3 more weeks. We definitely have 2 more weeks. We will get you that information very soon. So, Tom, I will at least correct this for you. So here's what I'm doing, guys. I did this for everybody.
Now I'm literally crying because Zoom always kicked me out.
Yes, it's frustrating. So here I am correcting your mistake, okay? And maybe giving you some new advice. And then you take that and you can change it here. But my advice, and then here I'm adding comment. So I'm giving you advice here. I suggest that you divide the story into different slides. Imagine a storybook. And this is for everybody. This is why I did Google Slides. So you can add pictures like a storybook. If you don't have pictures, you can make the background nice. You don't have to have pictures. Add pictures. You can get them from AI, guys. You don't have to be your original. It's just nice if it's your original. Add dialogue. So you have I as a. So Tom, you don't really want to tell a story about you. You're creating a story. And remember, guys, you have to answer the questions. Now, some of you did this. I think Candy did this really nicely. And Sophie, let's go look at you guys. But for example, if you have a Google Doc, it's okay. I think Andrew has a nice one. Andrew's story is different. It works as a Google Doc, as a Word file he sent. But guys, make changes on this document, and then I don't have to upload them again. And I can see immediately when you're making the changes.
Oh,
I am not able to, it's very slow. Andrew did something really nice and cute.
The
Put
Google.
in like a real book. You don't have to do like this, but that was very nice.
Mình xíu mới làm xong.
So you see here, this is dialogue, guys. Make your characters talk to each other. I will correct your punctuation for you if there's mistakes like commas. I suggest reading a book, a story that you really like, a short story, or go and open one of your books you love. Like Harry Potter, they're not always telling the story, I. They're having conversation, right? Conversation is called dialogue.
Okay.
So add dialogue. Like this. Alex's face lit up with excitement. That sounds awesome. Can I join? Absolutely, Tommy replied. Now, I need to know, who are your characters? Some of you did not make it very clear. And Andrew, you didn't answer the questions. That was the homework, to answer the questions. Who are the characters? And I'm going to add one more here. Antagonist. Do you guys remember what antagonist is?
yeah.
Who's the antagonist?
The enemy of the protagonist.
Yeah, the person who's against, the person who's causing the problem. What is the setting? What is the conflict? So I put the questions on each of your slides or your document. So Peter, you sent me back your story fixed, but you didn't answer the questions. Answer the questions.
Okay. I sent a laser.
You sent it somewhere else? I'm getting confused because it's better if you can answer on this file. Did I share this?
My father says that I should not submit the same homework, so I write a longer one. But you don't get it?
Oh. Did you send it today?
I sent it to my dad and my dad sent it. I don't know.
But I want you to, your homework is to correct your mistakes, not to write a new story.
Okay.
Your homework is to make your story better. But your main homework last week was to answer the questions about your story. And do it at the end so it's on the same document. That way, when you answer these questions, if you cannot answer the question, then maybe it's missing in your story and you need to change your story.
Oh, I just forget to answer.
So let me make that clear. I will send you the latest copy I have from you back to you. Okay, guys?
Okay.
I'm going to write in the Zalo now. Improve your stories. Okay, first of all, homework 1. Answer the questions about your story. These questions.
Okay.
Then think about your story more.
Okay.
Make changes. Do you have enough dialogue? Dialogue is conversation. This is the part in quotes. Okay. Did you describe your setting well enough?
Không đủ nhà để cho bà cập đây.
Is the plot exciting? So there's I'm going to extend the questions later, but the plot is rising action. Climax. Falling action. And resolution. use the Google Slides or Google Doc I sent you, if possible. When you finish, send that link. Tell me. Or send a new link.
Okay.
Pictures not so important, but add pictures if you like. So Andrew, I mean, Tom, I will check yours. I haven't checked it yet. Sophie, yeah, I'm also having internet problem today. Something's happening weird. So I'm gonna check you guys'. Send you comments. It might be strange because you made on PowerPoint. In this case, like Sophie's, I'll go back to your PowerPoint. Sometimes it doesn't open so nicely. The same is true for Tommy's. It looks better on the PowerPoint. If that's the case, it's okay, guys. I'll make comments and then you can change your PowerPoint and send me a new PowerPoint, okay? I know it's frustrating because the PowerPoint looks nicer than the Google Slides, but it looks pretty good. I can make the revisions for you. Okay, nice, nice. So Sophie did what I was asking. Okay, so actually, Sophie, this one is external conflict. Internal is inside the brain. Okay, so the homework for next week, to be clear, because we have to go now, is to revise your story. Even if you already did the answer to the questions, look at your answers again. And think about how to make your story better and make it longer. On the very last class, we're going to present your stories. Okay. All right. That's all the time we have. So see you guys. Please send me questions in the Zalo chat if you don't understand. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
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 Goodbye, teacher.
Everyone, bye teacher.
Hi. Peter, do you have a question? Is everything okay, Peter?